I'm Jason Pinkston, and this is your Backstage Pass. Today on Backstage Pass, we find ourselves at a Nashville music venue that's off the beaten path, that has played host to and in some cases helped launch some of the most influential names in music and entertainment. That place is the legendary Exit Inn, and we're here to talk to singer-songwriter Kendell Marvel, whose songwriting credits and residency here at the Exit Inn are becoming legendary themselves.
It's really been a story, 20 years in development.
It took a while.
Talk about where we are today, and are you where you feel like you need to be?
I think everything feels right now. When we started making this record and things, the songs on the radio was not really what I was doing. You know, I tried to write it, and there's just guys in town that write them songs better than I do.
Yeah.
And you know, I stuck with writing with Chris Stapleton and Brothers Osborne and them kind of guys. And
Sure.
and when Chris blew up, it was like, man, you know, as awesome as he is, he's the best singer, obviously, that ever breathed in my eyes. I mean, he's a great singer. But I thought, a man his age, who don't look like a poster boy,
That's
you know,
right.
if he can get out there and people love it, I think I got something to offer. That's kind of where we ended up. That's how we ended up here.
We're going to play a Waylon Jennings song. Since Robbie played all this stuff.
Why the title? Are you lonesome?
No,
What's happening?
it was a concept record, and my producer who plays guitar in my band here tonight, Keith Gaddis, we wrote that song with Randy Houser. It's called Low Down and Lonesome, and we decided to build a whole record around that title. And all the songs, I'm either low down or I'm lonesome because I was low down.
Sure.
So it's kind of a concept record.
And I love that you're calling it, you know, it's a honky tonk experience, because perhaps that's exactly where you want to go back to, the roots of how it all began.
Sure. Having really cool, you know, all my buddies, you know, from Jamie Johnson, Allison Krauss to Hauser and Brothers Osborne, John Party. We've had some great guests stopping by, and they don't sing their own songs. The deal is you come up and you sing some of your old favorites, you know, and tonight we'll do songs off my record, but we'll also do a lot of Waylon and Hank Jr. and Merle Haggard, and all the guests tonight, you know, they're all going to sing cover songs.
Any nerves behind, you know, being the artist? Before you were the man behind the artist.
Right.
Now you are the artist. Any nerves in relation?
None at all. And I'm just having a good time. I mean, this is what I set out to do. I moved here to be an artist, and the songwriting thing took off. And my
You
kid,
just happened to write a number one.
sure,
You know, top hit there,
yeah.
right off,
and my
right
kids
off the
were
bat.
little, and so I got to stay home and write songs and watch them grow up. And now they're grown. My wife and I are like, now what are we going to do?
Yeah.
You know, no more sports, no more stuff. So it's like, we might as well go hit the road. So we travel quite a bit and play quite a bit.
You know, another Southern Illinois gentleman, David Lee Murphy, talks about doing the same things. He wanted to see his kids raised.
Yep.
And I think that's awesome. You've just kind of stayed true to the vision. You knew what you were going to do, and it's paying off.
It is, yeah. It's paying off, and I still write songs. I mean, I'm still a songwriter, you know. I've actually got Chris Stapleton's new single. Got a few on Brothers Osborne's new record. So I'm still writing songs as a songwriter, but I'm leaning more towards the artist side now.
Do you usually have the artist in mind when you write, or no?
Try not to.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes if you're writing with the artist, obviously, you know,
Right.
which is more of what I do nowadays instead of writing with just a songwriter, and it's like throwing darts, you know, see if something sticks.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what somebody's going to like, so
Sure.
it's easier to write with the artist, and they can tell you what they want.
Well, you normally write about, what is it? Women,
Whiskey,
partying,
yeah, all the good bad stuff.
all these people who are coming in to perform with you. Is that a way for them to say thanks, or is that just, again, them wanting to be part of the music?
I think they just want to come out, and Nashville's the kind of town where they can come out in this place and nobody bother them. It's not like when they're on the road and everybody's coming to see them at their show. This is my show, and they just kind of show up and get to sing songs that they grew up on, that they love, you know, that they're fans of. And they don't get to do that all the time because they're always singing their songs or out on tours, and it's just a whole different world. So they love it, and they love live music. You know, all these artists, they want to hear that throwback stuff, and they just love it.
Talk about this venue. This
is a great venue. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And this is a rock
Exit
venue.
in.
You know, it's
Yeah.
been there for like 40 years, and there's a lot of cool people play, as you see on the names on the wall outside there. There's been a lot of cool people play here. And I'm glad we chose it because it sounds really good, and it's not a sitting venue. So there's a very few tables. Everybody stands, crowds up to the stage, and you know, about an hour in, they get about halfway buzzed up, and they can get a little loose in here. That's what we wanted.
You've actually described some of the music that you'll perform. It's ZZ Top meets
Merle Haggard. It's
Yeah.
honky tonk rock and roll is what we do. Yeah, we do everything from Allman Brothers tonight to Merle.
What are you going to do after you've been successful in this run? What's next?
I want to get out there and get on a couple tours and play some dates with some people. Get on some cool tours with like Sturgill Simpson, Stapleton, people like that. That's what I want to do. I just want to get there and make fans and play live. I could care less about the other stuff that comes along with it. Maybe sell a few records and just go out and have fun.
What is it about Kendell Marvel that maybe people don't know?
Well, I mean, I'm a pretty kind-hearted person.
Yes.
A lot of people don't, they look at me and think, that I'm whatever. The bald head and the beard and the Harley Davidson stuff, and people probably think I'm a little more gruff or angry than what I am. I'm not angry at all. Actually, I'm a pretty easygoing, happy dude.
Yeah, kind-hearted, and it sounds like that you want success for everybody that you're connected with.
I do, and Nashville has a tendency to sometimes, how do you say it? There's a lot of jealousy that goes on, and I've been working with some Texas acts down in Texas, and I never was really a fan of that kind of music because they have their own little scene down there. But when I went down there and seen the camaraderie of how them guys, if somebody's amp breaks up, tears up and their van breaks down, another artist comes helps them and they all support each other. And I'm hoping that's, the group that I hang out with are that way. A lot of the guys, Jamie Johnson, guys that come out here, they'll get up and sing a song, but they come out to support me and hear me play. Brothers Osborne, they've been to all the shows. They'll just show up and hang out. And they'll always tell me, "You're welcome to sing. I'll never put pressure on you and ask you to, but if you feel like you want to sing a Merle Haggard song, you don't even have to ask. Just run up here and start singing."
Is there any one person that you haven't collaborated with that you really want to?
There's a lot of them that I haven't written with. I haven't written with Tim McGraw. I haven't written with Chesney. I know Kenny a little bit, and pitch him songs, and he always replies back to me. I'd like to write with Sturgill Simpson and Jason Isbell. Some really cool left field, honest lyric writing guys. So, but I'm always up for writing with anybody new. You never know who the next cool thing's going to be, or who's going to just be your best collaborator.
Do I have to do Julie's 4?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Italian or Mexican?
Mexican.
I can probably answer this, but ocean or mountains?
That's tough for me.
Really?
Yeah,
Even though you have the house?
Because I have a house in there because my wife likes the ocean, which I love the ocean as well. Don't get me wrong, I love it down there, but I don't know. I like them both. I love to ski, and I love to lay in the sand. So that's a toss-up right there.
Dolly Parton or Tammy Wynette?
For what?
Just when they...
The singer?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what you was talking about.
Oh!
Dolly Parton. Actually, I got to see Dolly out in Santa Barbara. We was out there back in the fall, and some friends of mine was like, "Hey, we got extra tickets to Dolly. You want to go?" And I was like, "Absolutely." She was so good.
Really? An SUV or 4x4 truck, like a big old truck?
I'd have to go with truck. I've got a truck, so
Okay.
I've had SUVs too, but I'd rather.
Your truck.
I gotta have a truck. You got to be able to throw something in the back,
Probably have a commitment statement.
I just want it to be honest. I want people to believe it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of singers out there that sing other people's songs, and it's not real. I want them to believe the stories they hear, that it's honest.
I'm Jason Pinkston, and this has been your Backstage Pass.
Thank you for coming down and driving all this way to hang out with a bunch of heathens.